Hey there everybody, today we're doing a little bit of a riding video. I'm testing a bunch of different things, including this bike. This is the Kona Sutra ULTD, so kind of the bike-packy mountain bike version of the Sutra. It's got big meat and a dropper post. I know some of you are wondering, how would you use a dropper post if you've got bags on there? I'm also testing out this rack from Thule. It's a pack and pedal, and what's cool about it is that even if your bike doesn't have eyelets, you should be able to mount it to any bike, both on the rear and the front. It uses this interesting strap adjustment system, which is kind of cool. So the ride I'm doing today is another local favorite, up a dirt road and down some chonky single track. And I think that'll be a good test for this bike. In my last video, I talked a little bit about bike burnout and what I'm doing. So I'm actually in the middle of my 30 days of climbing. So I've more or less climbed at least 1,000 feet every day, getting out there on the bike. I did skip 2 days because of weather, but I've been pretty faithful overall to this climbing 1,000 feet every day. I know it's not a ton, but it's something, you know, a little bit of a challenge, enough to do every day, devote the time to do it. Our life right now, behind the scenes at PLP, still a little hectic. Laura had her surgery a couple weeks ago. The recovery is long, so I can't devote as much time to riding as much as I'd like to. It's just life. All that to say, however, getting out every day and doing at least 1,000 feet, riding one of our local hills, has been a good way to force me to get on the bike, fall back in love with it after a long, cold winter. Okay, so we're off the trail back there, and we're on the paved road for a bit until we start climbing on the dirt road. And it's a good thing that we're totally not heading towards those dark clouds over there. I did bring a jacket, hopefully it'll pass. Okay, so far it looks like the clouds and the rain are at the next valley over, so it might be okay. Okay, so now up the dirt climb. This first one's always a punch in the gut. 14% grade to kick things off. A little bit of a break from the climb. Definitely not done. I'm probably 6 miles from town, and it feels so remote already. That's one of the crazy things about riding in Montana. Did bring some bear spray. Bears are coming out. It's definitely a thing here. All right, now to the main part of the dirt climb. Basically, this road, take it up maybe another 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet or so. I've not decided if I'm gonna take the chonky way down or the paved way down. I'll make that decision when I get to the top. So climbs like this are nice because they're essentially practically car free, and you can spin up at your own speed. You don't feel rushed by traffic behind you. Nice to get into a rhythm, work your way up the climb. Okay, so just about to take over 800 feet of climbing, all on the same road. Super quiet, maybe saw 3 cars, and only noise out here is the sound of the creek with the runoff. Not bad for a ride that's actually pretty close to town. All right, just ticked over 1,000 feet. Started to get some rain, so I put a jacket on so don't get drenched. And now it's rain shining. Also a thing. Look at this road. So nice. All right, so we've come to a big turn in the road, about 1,300 feet. There's still a little bit more climbing, but we've done a bulk of it. This part here is rather gentle, and then we hop onto some rocky double track and descend. Didn't film the last steep bit, but we're near the top, 1,500 feet. Just switch to the chesty cam and go downhill. I know what you're thinking, how does a Kona Sutra ULTD ride so far? It's funny because it actually feels pretty lively compared to the Mahal. The Mahal was a long wheelbase. This one, if I had just ridden the crust, this would feel a little bit long, but relative to the Mahal, this feels short. Overall, really digging this bike. I think it climbs well. The front end handling is fairly neutral. Not as floopy floppy as I would have thought. One thing I'm definitely noticing is this is a 29er. I forget how wide the tires are, but they're definitely not 2.8s. So there's less of that pneumatic trail, that stickiness which is kind of nice. This is the proverbial fork in the road. I've not ridden this since last year. I think I go down from here, or at least I hope so. We'll go down this way. Okay, chesty cam is mounted. Sun is coming out. Hopefully won't run into any bears on the downhill. That's always nice. And I think I'll wrap up at the bottom of this chunk. So see you there. Alright, so wrapped up the descent, and looks like a storm's blowing through, so I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I think this bike is like the perfect bike for a route like this. Climbs really well, enough suspension in the tires, and the dropper post is a nice touch that it takes away some of the sting when descending. You can definitely move around the bike a bit more. So yeah, super impressed with the Kona Sutra ULTD. A few more rides in it before I do a final review and hopefully load it up and see how it does with the actual bike packing load. But look for that video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like this content, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to stop by the gift shop on your way out and help support the channel. We have no bike sponsors. No one sponsors this channel. It's all through sticker sales. So as always, keep yourself upside down.